Hey, I'm Amethyst Goddess from InAlignment Ministries, and I wanted to check in with y'all in regards to the upcoming energy, okay? So you'll understand what is going on for the week. Now, if you come across this message at a later time, say for instance, it's outside of the dated weekly expectations, fear not, okay? If it resonates and it checks out, go with it. Allow the information or the confirmations to be applied to your life, okay, and make the necessary adjustments. If it's something that doesn't apply, okay, they always say let it fly, right? So take the meat and throw out the bones, all right? So I wanted to set the tone with just a sound healing, just right quick. I'm hearing that I should do 5 of these. Imagine any anxiousness, worry, anxiety, stress shaking off of you like the snow off of a pine tree. You know, like how the trees, when they have snow like cascading on each branch, you can shake it a little bit and it's just like it just cascades down, it falls down, ever so gently. It's not crazy. The tree doesn't fall apart. It's just the snow just falling down ever so gently, okay? So imagine being gentle with yourself, visualizing the energy of stress, visualizing the energy of being all over the place, just falling off of you, okay? Just like snow, just like the snowflakes, okay? And I also want you to see yourself in this forest, in this quiet, still forest that is peaceful, that is serene, okay? And that will just set the tone so that your energy will be receptive to the messages that I have for you, okay? And then you can hear not just my voice, but the energy behind it, the guides, your ancestors, confirmations, the synchronicities, all of that coming together within this message, okay? Let's begin. So we're going to do 5 deep breaths as you go in, okay? And you release. You're releasing all of the negative vibrations, the negative energies, stress, fears, doubts, anxiousness, worry, all of that. When you inhale, visualize love, peace, stability, okay? All of that's sacred to you. All right, let's begin. Deep breath, release. Imagine that vibration shooting all the way from your root, all the way to your crown, and releasing any worry, anxiousness, stress, okay? And I'm hearing anxiety. Okay, that felt really good. I hope it felt good to you as well. So I want to set the tone with a prayer as well. And usually when I pray, I get the messages that will basically establish what the reading will be about for the week, okay? I know Venus had Pisces, Venus in Pisces, and with that energy, I was really getting a vibe of collective gatherings, like being on one accord, being in unity and in peace, and intuitively being able to tap into others' energy to know exactly what is needed. So say, for instance, if you have a friend that you just randomly thought about and you know that they've been going through some stress for the past few weeks or what have you, you'll know intuitively what they need. So you may not even want them to provide an explanation. Just say, hey, no judgment. This is a safe place. You go and see them and spend time with them. Or you just give them a hug or some flowers, or just be a listening ear. So it's like you're intuitively tapping into the energy. Now, this is what I feel for right now. But I'm going to set the scene as far as a glimpse of what to expect next week, so that we'll have a heads up, okay? But right now, we're really working together. It's like collaborating, like we're in unison, like no one's bigger than the other. No one has ego issues. And on the downside, if you're not in a balanced state, you can actually be projecting in a sense. So, you know, assuming the worst, or looking at it like being too hyper aware or hypersensitive, reading into what the person may be trying to say, or what they explain, and you're actually thinking is more. Say, for instance, you haven't talked to them in a few days, you may start thinking, oh, are they mad at me? Or, you know, being a little bit more self-conscious, more than what you really should be doing. So I'm hearing both ends of the spectrums in regards to that, okay? But I want to tap in and see exactly what to expect for the upcoming week. So I just heard the word brash. Okay, so be mindful of how you communicate, so that you're not coming off harshly and uncompromising. Okay, so if there's a situation where there needs to be a little compromise or adjustment, and if both of you are not working together, it can make more resistance and it not working out for the better, okay? Especially if you're sharing something or you're partnering something, okay? Okay, so I'm hearing petty. I want another card too for next week. Energy. If you come after the time frame that I have set the intentions for, energy moves freely. So if you come across this later on in the year and it applies, okay, go ahead and take it. You know, accept those messages as yours. And I set those intentions. Whoever has an ear, let them hear. You know, eyes to see if anything is of resonance, you know, that you'll be able to accept and be open to accept and receive, okay? Now, last week, I know I was talking about Capricorn energy. And this week, Capricorn energy came up as well, as far as the upcoming week. Yeah, and Saturn. And so with Saturn rules Capricorn. And that's like the daddy energy. And in the past, like, I'm getting more so Aquarius type energy too. So this is Aquarius season. Okay. From what I'm gathering here, I need to touch the cards. But Capricorn energy is about I use. Okay. That's their affirmation. And I know I've been expressing how important it is to use your resources, to use all that you have within your possession or within your reach, to be resourceful and know how to use your gifts to obtain what you need. Okay. So if you have the gift of gab, you know how to communicate very well. Go to more events where there's opportunities for you to speak and network, or, you know, touch base with other people, other like-minded people that, you know, may be in the same field or another field that you may be curious to explore. Okay. And I'm getting an energy of using your judgment as far as decision making. So remember in the past, I was telling you how, you know, to be resourceful by getting expert advice or expertise and then acting accordingly. This is also tapping into your intuitive, your inner compass, knowing when you need to not necessarily rely on others, but rely on your better judgment instead. And I'm hearing fine-tooth comb. So you may have to review some documents that you've probably signed or you're about to sign, like really closely, to make sure that everything is in order. And, you know, there's nothing that will blindside you in the future. Because I'm seeing like a signature energy, like your penmanship. So, like, be mindful of what you sign this week, this upcoming week. There may be some significant changes occurring in February, because I keep hearing February. What about February? What about February, Spirit? In regards to February, I'm hearing connections. So you may very well connect with new people. I'm not getting past energy. So say, for instance, you may go somewhere by yourself. And you may have been used to going with others and meeting up or what have you, but this, I'm seeing you're being invited to events that are solely directed to you, and you going by yourself and connecting with others. Okay? And I don't see anything wrong with that either. There's nothing negative to say about that or to worry about or be concerned of. So I'm looking at the energy for Saturn. And Saturn is about wisdom. It's about what have you learned from the lessons that are applied. Some of it deals with possibly past life or past issues that you've experienced. And have you really learned those lessons? Karma, justice. And even though this is not, I'm not getting like a Libra energy as far as the justice. It's more so like a karmic justice, wheel of fortune type energy. Okay. Things finally turning over in your favor. Some of you have really been tapping into your health, and you are taking the necessary steps as far as diet and exercise, or your stamina, and you're just really improving your overall health. You have been really intentional. Diamonds and Pearls. I know Prince was in it, but he had a team or a group, a musical group that sung the song Diamonds and Pearls. So you may want to look at that. Or if it's of some resonance, you know, this is just a confirmation. And now I just want to pull one crystal card, and I want to channel some more information. So the card that wanted to come out for the upcoming week is Ascended Master, Yogananda, and Rhodonite. Empowered Service, Crystal Masters 333. When I was envisioning the energy being shaken off as far as like snow piled up on a tree, how I envisioned it was a lot of the root energy being released. I apologize. I had to get the door. So back to what I was saying, I wanted to see what crystal message will come out in regards to the upcoming week. And it's about empowered service. So some of you are actually using your connections, your resources to actually put back into the community, into your community. And it may not be a thing where it can be community service. It can be you having a certain business or service that you offer that is ultimately helping the collective, your collective. Some of you have been asking for clarity in regards to your purpose and in your destined path. Like, what am I supposed to do, like, for the rest of my life? I can't really see myself just really working for someone. What is my destined path? Like, what am I here to learn? What am I here to do? And the doors are opening, as well as confirmations appearing to let you know this is the direction to take. Okay, so 333 may be of significance for you, as far as now you're starting to see how you can use your gifts, your talents, even things that it's been undiscovered. Now they're being discovered, as far as what you possess, what you can put out into the world, what you can actually offer, okay, or render. With that Capricorn energy, a lot of you have really worked really hard on yourself. You have really set the intentions of mastery, self-mastery, whether it's through shadow work, healing, therapy, which is included with healing. Whatever avenue you have taken to actually get yourself to the point where you are. And some of you are not giving yourself enough credit, though, I do have to insert in there, but you have accomplished a lot. So it's opening avenues or opportunities for you to really step out and be seen. And there are people that are waiting for you, your tribe that is waiting for you to really have someone to affiliate with, to be able to have some form of deep connection. And you're really coming into your own, okay? You're really establishing yourself because of working from the inside out. And your light is really shining right now, whether you realize this or not. And people are beginning to be drawn to you. So the upcoming week, again, I'm seeing a new energy. Whether you're meeting someone new, you're a new group, you may attend a social event or a gathering and you really connect and vibe with a lot of people that are on your level, or, you know, something that you're actually working towards. They inspire you, okay? And so some of you have abstained from instant gratification in order to accomplish something greater, far greater than just instant gratification. You have really persevered and endured a lot in order to get to where you are. And some of you have made some sacrifices as far as that is concerned, where you decided to not join this, be a part of that, go purchase this, you know, to, if you were single or alone, in a sense where you didn't have a significant other, you put yourself in time out until you were vibing with like-minded people. And that takes discipline, that takes in some ways courage, because not everyone is saying no. Not everyone is willing to abstain from certain things, whether it's physical intimacy, whether it's going out, drinking, smoking, or whatever. And if you do those things, that's up to you. But some of you are so disciplined that a lot of things that you could really indulge in, you're actually saying, you know what, I'd rather not. Okay. So from what I'm gathering, this card in this reading is serving as a confirmation to let you know whatever you've been dreaming about, whatever you've envisioned yourself, whoever you envision yourself as, or what position you dreamed of, or even if you want to call it a fantasy or a daydream, however you see yourself, that is possible, that is obtainable. Okay. And it's up to you, of course, to believe it and not just leave it as a dream or a wishful thinking. I'm getting that the energy is asking you to actually make those things concrete. And some of you have had issues in the past with your root chakra, your base, okay? And that's what I was seeing within the brief meditation we had. I saw a lot of you were grounding your energy so that your root, your base could get stabilized. Because some of you have had some subconscious beliefs that will thwart your vision or your aspirations or your dreams or what have you. And you were out of alignment to those things or those places or those desires. Okay. And so because of you dealing with those subconscious patterns of lack is generally the basis of a lot of issues within the base, as far as feeling like you don't have enough finances, specifically here in this earth, right? Here in this existence. You want to have that stability. You want to have enough financially to sustain yourself, and more than just sustain yourself, to actually thrive. You want to be able to feel safe, okay, and secure within yourself, as well as having those physical satisfactions, okay? Now, usually pleasure is geared towards the sacral, but I'm seeing here too, as far as your base. So it's like that lower chakra that is connected to the material, to the carnal things, the basic needs, all of that being fulfilled. And so you couldn't really see yourself past that because things weren't right. Things were aligned at the time. But now that you're changing your perspective and you're actually making some adjustments, you're healing, you're going out to different places and being exposed to new cultures, ideas, feeling more positive about your outlook on life, you're able to envision yourself in a better space, that where you are now is only temporary. You can actually see yourself realistically, like in real time, real life, that you can actually have whatever you want. And it's obtainable, it's doable in this lifetime, okay? So there has been a physical strength development as far as exercise and as far as your diet, okay? But that energy, because I'm hearing exertion. So that energy that you're putting forth as far as detoxing, cleansing, changing your regimens, even weights, or just building yourself up, is providing some form of stamina energetically for you, for your mind and for your spirit, so that they're working cohesively, okay? And synergistically. They're not, one is not going against the other. So then when you receive messages or downloads, it's coming clear within your crown, and you're able to interpret it within your third eye, okay? It's in balance, and you're able to communicate that through your throat while you're working through that energy of your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, okay? Because you have grounded yourself and dealt with the issues that were in your base. See, that energy, it passes up and down, okay? There's a channel going up and down as far as your energy. You know, some of you are actually dealing with your spine as far as the health of your spinal cord, okay? Because that is your electric highway, okay? To relay messages from here to there and back, right? And if there is any interference, then the reception is off. You won't be able to perceive things correctly or receive messages, whether it's confirmations that you should go and buy that car, or relocate, that there's a green light for that, and not to act on fear, whether it's an opportunity out there for your career and believing that you can do it. But if you're not hearing or seeing clearly and you're not grounded, you won't be able to perceive it or pick up on that, and you'll be in turn act out in fear and feeling like there's lack there. Okay. And lack is not just all about financial. Feeling like you don't have enough time, feeling like you don't have enough resources, feeling like you don't have enough connections, feeling like you're not enough. All of that comes into play when it talks about lack. Okay. All right. So I want to pull 3 cards in regards to what specific topics. I want to hone in on at least 3 topics that you will be dealing with coming up this week, okay? And I felt guided, being that this Venus energy I'm feeling, to pull out a love affirmation, okay? Oh. I need one more, Spirit. Give me 2. Okay, yeah, so a lot of you are coming out of the phase of not having enough confidence in pursuing. Okay, some of you may be still a little bit in it, but are moving out of that rut. Like, you know how sometimes your feelings may have gotten hurt, or emotionally you're not all the way there like you want to be, but you still can work on other things in the meantime until that emotional stability like gets back grounded or recalibrates. Some of you are actually working through those emotions of regret. I'm hearing sorrow, bitterness, or resentful feelings or emotions, especially if it's a connection that you've had, that you're just doing away with that, putting that on the on the burner, and you're going ahead and just dealing with the other stuff that you can handle, okay? Some of you may be juggling your business and your personal life. It's like a balancing act, okay? And that thing right there, that experience is like a lifelong journey of balancing life, like personal life and business life. That's always going to be a thing where you have to balance that out. Some of you may get some information that will actually help you with the balancing, okay? So whether if you come across a video, an article, a blog post, anything that will be some information that's pertinent for you to be able to make your load more in sync and more in order, okay? And that Capricorn energy, that Saturn energy, does not play when it comes to handling business, okay? Learning from the past, as far as how, if you were in the past disorganized, if you didn't have your stuff together and you allowed your emotional affairs to affect your business affairs, you're learning how to balance that out so it won't do that anymore, okay? You're learning how to pull back from those things that you know kind of what to expect from it, and just like, you know what, do not engage. Do not engage. It's not worth it. And a lot of you are sitting in your Empress energy, so that's another 3. Okay? Some of you are really sitting in your Empress energy, where it's like I know who I am. I know what I possess. And I've put in the work, and now it's time for me to allow and delegate, right? Hire people that I need to hire in order to get the job done. And because you have taken care of yourself so much as far as your physical body and your spirit body, you're really standing out right now. Some of you are really focusing on the physical. But if it's the beautification of your home, the beautification of yourself, you're really taking the time and taking care of yourself. You're also like standing in independence. Like, remember I was telling you about you were working on your base? So you're realizing the more you work on that and keep that in mind as far as your grounding and your affirmations and the healing within that root, so you can get to why there is an imbalance there. I'm seeing that you're growing more and more stronger and stable, okay? That the fruits of your labor, that they're finally like showing up for you. And you got your coins together, okay? I'm going to pull out one more card. I just want to see. You finally seeing what you have been putting the work in, as far as, like I said, the fruits of your labor. Some of you have some major decisions coming up, okay? In regards to connection, there's a significant connection at that. Okay, you have to decide how much are you going to put into it. Is it really beneficial for you? How much you're doing for others, is it really beneficial? Is it really panning out like you need it to be in order to feel comfortable? Because if you're over giving and the other person is breadcrumbing you, you've really been weighing your pros and cons. You've really been setting the tone as far as saying enough is enough. Like, if something is not working, you're actually saying, you know what? I'm going to take my coin, I'm going to take my stuff, and I'm going to act accordingly. Some of you are really understanding how finances work as far as energy, how currency work. That's all electric. That's a thing where it's not just about money, it's about the energy that is behind it. And you realizing if there's one opportunity or one opportunity that appears to be one, if that doesn't work out, that you'll always be provided for. You're really fixated on that, and you're seeing how it's working for you. I'm actually seeing how like it's evolving on your circumstances, even as far as like paying your bills. I'm seeing that at once upon a time, like you had an issue with paying your bills on time, where now it's a thing where then it's been met, it's been on time, it's been taken care of, you've been handling it, and you don't look stressed. Okay? Some of you may want to wear red or green. It doesn't have to be a whole outfit, but just, you know, pieces of your clothing, articles of your clothing that are like red, or green. A lot of you are tapping into your solar plexus, where you're really having that willpower to initiate certain things, handle business, okay? And you're not allowing dominant energies to knock you off your center, knock you off your balance. You may be around some strong personalities this week, but you're not going to be intimidated by their energy. Some of you had issues with how you see yourself and your thoughts as far as your beliefs and stuff like that. You're actually finally getting a hold of control of your mind, and not allowing your mind to take over and just be on autopilot. You're finally able to see yourself in rooms that you haven't physically been in before, but it's like rooms where there's power, rooms where there's collaboration, people that are of influence, that you can see yourself being amongst those people, and it's not far-fetched. You can actually see that happening for you, okay? Red and green are very significant, specifically red though. And what you're tapping in as far as the energy, again, I see even throat chakra energy. So your communication, speaking clearly and confidently, believing, creating, not assuming, not having misjudgment, like being really acute, being really aware of what's going on in your life, okay, and what you're dealing with. In throat chakra, that also deals with healing, okay? The green is connected to the heart. So having compassion for yourself, having compassion with others. Remember I was talking about earlier what energy I felt as far as Venus. So that's actually working with that energy as well. Coping with loss, being able to put things to the side and dealing with the matters that are at hand, and kind of putting the matters of the heart to the side, okay, and not just ruminating on it, as I said before. Getting rest, okay, and I believe I mentioned that too. For Aquarius season, I did some channeled messages for each zodiac sign, and I posted on my IG. Basically just discussing, you know, detailing what Spirit had to say in regards to expectations as far as Aquarius season, okay? So that's what I have for the week, the upcoming week. I will be posting some more videos in regards to the services that I offer. I have received a green light from Spirit as far as, in my guides, as far as a new service to offer. And I will be uploading that probably within the next couple of weeks. I wanted to get a little bit more clarification on some things, but I feel like it's a green light. I do have most of the understanding. Is more so when it will be available, when will I post it to the site, and, you know, have it for available to book, okay? So that's all I have for you. I hope you be well, you take care, make sure that you're grounded. That is the most important thing. There's a lot of energy that's going on that it's challenging, a very challenging energy, even though you may feel harmonious now, but there's another spiritual warfare going on, and it's not to instill fear in you, but for you to be aware that, you know, even in the Bible it says like the enemy is here to steal, kill, and destroy, right? And that we're not wrestling with flesh and blood, right? So I want you to just keep that in mind, like when you're driving out day to day. I did advise the people that are in my newsletter, that are signed up for my newsletter, to be mindful of domestic violence, public violence, you know, being upset with how people drive and like beeping your horn or cutting folks off, or be mindful of that energy coming towards you. Stay up on your protection game. Like seriously, people are not in their right minds. A lot of times they're not using sound judgment. They're going through things at their home and they're taking it out on everyone else. And it's real out here. So I want you to keep that in mind as you communicate with others. If spirit is telling you not to say anything to a particular person or pull back, even if you feel like you want to go toe to toe with someone, pull back, because you don't know where people's mind is. And you know, there's too many people that are losing their lives over imbalanced people and situations. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Be well. Take care.